How do language and science teachers collaborate to ensure that instruction meets the needs of all students?
What language ideologies shape the instructional practices of secondary faculty and administration at SSIS?
What writing strategies do our teachers already use with 7th through 12th grade neurodiverse multilingual learners?
Part of our goal was really to bring some consistency to our school, to our teachers, to our department.
This question matters because language beliefs, whether held unconsciously or not, shape how we teach, support, and connect with our diverse student body.
This is important to us because our student population is predominantly bilingual and multilingual learners, and we want to support them using evidence-based practices.
To explore our research question, we designed a mixed method study, so we solicited both quantitative and qualitative data. We created a survey for faculty in secondary, both the middle school and high school levels, as well as school-wide leadership. And we collected quantitative Likert scale data and open-ended qualitative responses.
And we look for patterns and trends across grade levels, and we're trying to see, what is sort of working successfully in program, what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses, and help by using that data to better identify key areas that we could increase our collaboration on.
We researched best practices for collaboration in co-teaching and pulled key strategies that we believed would help us conduct this process. We also listened to some podcasts, of course, read some research articles and pulled from professional texts.
We observed each other in our co-taught classes to see if there are evidences of actual co-teaching or how co-teaching is actually happening in our co-taught classes.
We learned so much from our survey, primarily that our teachers did have a foundational understanding of what translanguaging was and what strategies they could use in the classroom. We learned that the gap was not necessarily in knowledge, as we had actually predicted. It was in the application and transfer of knowledge into practice.
And we also learned a lot about how the small steps can help us improve our practice. We realized we don't need to take on too much as a team and to expect too much from our teachers. Collaboratively, we all need the time to be able to adapt and modify our program so that we can improve.
This is useful for our school is because it really did help us identify some targets to begin with. How can we give students scaffolded opportunities to speak, especially as multilingual learners? And how can we also increase student vocabulary, especially as we get into the content vocabulary in upper grades?
And we would absolutely recommend people joining the symposium and being part of the MLRC. Like Elizabeth mentioned, it has provided us with just a lot of resources and for us to be able to look into research and bring teachers and get to collaborate with them.
Absolutely yes. I would say if you are in a language department or a classroom teacher, that yes, absolutely go. I would definitely say do not do it by yourself.
It's a lot of work doing an action research project.
With your full-time work.
And what I liked was that we had monthly follow-up meetings, and at each meeting we were asked to set a goal, a minimum goal for ourselves to achieve by the next meeting, and that really kept us on our toes.
The MLRC symposium really offered us that space to work as collaborators, to support one another, and to engage in research.
Because sometimes you need to step away from the daily routine and dig into research with people to guide you and to be able to connect with other schools doing similar work. We are already looking forward to Panama to learn more about our next steps and to keep this initiative on our surface.